But pretty soon that old feeling of freedom came back into my heart, and I knowed I was going to be free. I tried to get him to come, he wouldn't come. I tried to get my brothers to come, they got scared and turned back. So I know the only way that I was going to be free if I does it by myself. There was a Quaker lady down the road. She had come through the slaves one day and said if anybody wanted to be free, she'd help them. So I took the only thing that I had of value, and that was my wedding quilt that I had made for my bed. And since I was leaving my husband, I had no need for it. And I took it to the Quaker lady. I said, Quaker lady, I ain't got nothing but this old quilt. And if you do please, and if the Lord direct you in that way, could you please help me be free? I gives it to you. Just help me out. And she said she would. And she gave me a piece of paper, and it had writing on it, and I couldn't tell what the writing said, but sometimes you just got to trust God, and you just got to trust peoples. And that was my first experience with the Underground Railroad. I made it all the way to Philadelphia. I was free. I was free. I looked at my hands and feet now that I was free to see if I was the same person. I felt such a son. It felt like heaven because, see, I know I had reasoned it out in my mind that there was two things that I had a right to, liberty or death. If I could not have one, I was going to have the other, for no man was going to take me alive. I was fighting for my freedom with my last breath. And when it was time for me to go, only the good Lord would take me. I went to Mr. Still's office. He said, what's your name, child? I tell him my name be Harriet Tubman because I want to be called after the name my mama was called. And so he got me a job. Sweeping floors, the thing I hate most, but guess what? I could keep all my money this time. But I wanted to go back and get my family because, you see, freedom felt so good. It ain't something I wanted to have on my own. I wanted to share it with my family to let them know ain't nothing to be scared of. Sometimes you just got to take that step of faith. And I was the one to show them because the Lord told me that's what I was supposed to do. So I went back, and I went back to get my family first, and anybody else want to come, they could come. They put bounty on my head. I used disguises. I snuck in, I snuck out. Pretty soon the Civil War break out. I volunteered as a cook and a scout and a spy for the Army. If some of you children don't know what the Civil War is, let me explain it to you. It's that some of the states in this here Americas wanted to keep slaves, and some of them didn't. Some of them wanted their slaves to be free, and some of them didn't. And they needed to keep us and beat us, and Abe Lincoln said he wanted us to be one country. But they started fighting each other, and that's what the Civil War was. And I was fighting with the group that didn't want to keep slaves anymore, in case you're curious to find out. I had to take slaves all the way up to Canada so that they'd be safe from them slave catchers. Well, I took my mom and my daddy, all my brothers. I never able to free my sister Rachel because she died before I could go back and get her, but I freed her daughter and raised her like my own. After the Civil War, I stopped my Underground Railroad activity, and you can't keep it up. I brought folks back down from Canada because they don't have to worry about such. After the Civil War, you know, I was still enslaved because what they call the Emancipation Proclamation only freed them folks that was enslaved in states that had not fought against the Union. So since Maryland did, I was still enslaved, but that's okay. After a while, that November, we had Emancipation Day.